This video is brought to you by soccersavings.com, offering all the latest and greatest soccer gear at everyday low prices. Be sure to use coupon code SR4U at checkout to receive 10% off any order. Hey guys, Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, bringing you my review plus on-feet video of the Adidas 11Pro 3 in the light flash, dark gray, and white colorway. Now inside the box, they do include a string bag to go along with the shoes. The string bag is black in color with black strings. You're going to find the 11 Pro branding in white on the front, as well as this arrow stripe running through the middle of the bag that matches what you're going to find running through the middle of the shoe. You're also going to find your Adidas branding in white on the back side, as well as an internal open mesh window where you can put some extra keys or extra insoles, whatever you want to carry inside that special pocket of the string bag. Other than that, all you're going to find inside the box, as you guys can see, are the shoes themselves. So we'll get these guys out of the box really quickly and take a closer look at this very interesting colorway of the 11 Pro 3. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a closer look at the colorway, of course, comparing it to other colorways from Adidas as well. We're going to be talking about the tech specs, the overall performance, and of course how these things fit and feel. So if you are interested in learning more about the 11 Pro 3 and what it has to offer, please stick around, watch the entire video. And also, if you're interested in a pair of these for yourself, check out the review page on my website. It'll be the very first link down below in the description of this video. On that review page, not only will you find the full written review of this particular shoe that shares all kinds of details regarding the overall performance, you'll also find buy it now links with the best prices online, including exclusive SR4U coupon codes where you'll actually be able to pick these up below their normal retail price. So again, first link down below in the description, go ahead and check it out. And with that being said, let's get right into the review. To start things off, let's talk about the colorway, because it is particularly unique on the 11 Pro 3 with its kangaroo leather upper. So the lateral side of the shoe is what they call light flash. It's a highlighter yellow with more of a dull appearance to it, if that makes any sense. You're also going to find that in the laces. You're going to have black stripes on the lateral side, as well as your black 11 Pro branding. And then on the medial side, it's a dark gray color with white stripes. And then of course you do have the metallic silver and more of a traditional neon yellow running through the middle of the shoe. And of course that carries over onto the insole as well. Now just to give you guys an idea of what this looks like, the colorway itself kind of coincides with this Predator Instinct colorway release, which is also light flash and dark gray. So you can see side by side, the two colors are very similar, but I know a lot of you guys are curious as to what this highlighter yellow or light flash color actually looks like versus other highlighter yellow shoes on the market. So I have a pair of Volt Yellow Mercurial Vapor 10s from Nike, and as you guys can see, these are significantly brighter when you put them side by side here. So think of the light flash color as kind of a less vibrant Volt Yellow from Nike. And as far as the dark gray on the medial side of the shoe is concerned, it's definitely dark gray and not black. Here's a pair of Copa Mundial, so side by side. Again, you can see the difference. These are very black. This is definitely a dark gray, which actually looks really, really good. I wish the entire shoe would have been dark gray. It actually reminds me a little bit of a shark or something like that. But that's pretty much it as far as the colorway is concerned. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comment section. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Why or why not? And with that being said, let's move on to the tech specs so we can learn a little bit more about the overall performance. As far as performance is concerned, the 11 Pro 3 is arguably the most unique kangaroo leather soccer shoe currently on the market. If you guys want all the details, I actually have some review videos on YouTube I'll leave annotations to on screen, and you can also check out the full written review on my website that goes over all kinds of extra details that won't be covered in this video. That's linked down below in the description, but for the sake of this video, we'll go over all the basic tech specs that you should know if you are at all interested in a pair of 11 Pro 3s as your potential next shoe. Now, what makes this shoe unique is not only that it has a kangaroo leather upper, it's how they've implemented kangaroo leather in a slightly different way, in a way that's much more modern, I guess is the best way to put it. Now, you notice that this shoe distinctly does not have really any stitching on the upper at all, at least what's visible in the forefoot as well as through the midfoot and heel area. And that's because in place of stitching, Adidas has implemented an internal skeleton support frame that sits under the liner and above, under the leather, and above the liner. It's what gives the shoe its kind of unique, kind of crosshatch appearance to it. It's not actually anything that is pressed on the leather. It's actually the kind of TPU plastic internal support frame that, like I said, sits on the underside of the actual upper. Now this internal skeleton support frame is what replaces the stitching and allowing the shoe to maintain its structure. Obviously, leather is a natural material and it will stretch over time as pressure is applied to it. So this is going to prevent it from overstretching, not necessarily restrict it from stretching, and maintain the softness and kind of flexibility that you would expect from a leather shoe. With that being said, because of this new support system, they've been able to implement a relatively thin layer of kangaroo leather that would otherwise not really be possible without the shoe overstretching. So because of that, it still has the softness and plush feel that you would expect, the comfort from a kangaroo leather shoe that you would expect, but to the touch, it doesn't have as much padding if compared to something like an Adidas Copa Mundial, for example, that can feel very, very heavily padded on the ball. Not a bad thing, but not necessarily what people are looking for. Not everybody is looking for. So if you want the comfort and the softness and the flexibility of a kangaroo leather without a bulky feeling, I guess is the best way to put it. I've described the 11 Pro 3 as kind of a leather variation of the Mercurial Vapor from Nike, and I would stay true to that. It's 90% true, I would say. Again, it's just really, really unique. It's padded, it's soft, but it's not overly padded and it's not overly thick, if that makes any sense. It's the softness of leather without the bulky feel of leather, and that's really the best way to describe how this shoe feels when making touches on the ball. Really an interesting sensation, and really, like I said, one of the most unique kangaroo leather shoes currently on the market. Central lacing system, as you guys can see, the upper is left pretty much completely bare. There's no extra elements, there's no extra grip. It's pretty much just the smooth finish of the natural material, which is by no means a bad thing at all. You're going to find that it has a fairly normal cut in the heel area. It does have an internal plastic heel counter. The liner, as you guys can see, is a synthetic leather material, completely smooth with a decent amount of padding, so step-in comfort is not an issue here whatsoever. And as far as the insole is concerned, it features a really nice synthetic suede lining on top. You're going to notice this bump in the heel, which is actually a soft layer of memory foam, which comes across as a very good idea, but when you actually put your foot inside the shoe, the memory foam will compress to the point where it's pretty much non-existent, and because your heel isn't going to be moving up and down for the memory foam to actually bounce back into shape, you can see how long that actually takes here. You're not going to feel it under your foot. It's nice when you first step into the shoe, but after that, like I said, pretty much non-existent, but not an issue as far as performance is concerned. And it's made from a single layer of this foam material that is quite thin, but at the same time quite dense, and does provide some good step-in comfort, doesn't slide around. It's just a solid insole overall. As far as the sole plate and stud pattern is concerned, this is what they call their comfort frame. It's not particularly light, it's not very heavy either. It's made from a decent thickness of TPU plastic, has really, really good flexibility to it, and features a stud pattern that is kind of a modern take on what you get from the Copa. Instead of conical studs, they're triangular studs, but they have rounded edges. So it's a little bit more aggressive in terms of the traction that it provides, but also at the same time very stable and still allows you to maneuver, twist and turn when your foot is actually planted. Again, not the most aggressive stud pattern on offer in today's soccer world, but if you're looking for something that is stable, low to the ground, and just provides good overall traction, there really isn't much to complain about regarding the stud pattern included on the 11 Pro 3. So that's pretty much it as far as the basics of what you should know with the overall performance of this shoe. Again, if you want all the details, check out the full written review on my website. It's the first link down below in the description. But with that being said, let's move on to a quick weigh-in so we can see how lightweight these guys are. As far as weight is concerned, the 11 Pro 3 is pretty average as far as high-end soccer shoes are concerned, which is by no means a bad thing considering how comfortable they are. So we're going to weigh this pair for you today in real time. Keep in mind this is a brand new pair in a size 9 US. We're going to throw it on the scale, and you can see that they weigh in at 8.9 ounces, which is the equivalent of 252 grams. So at 8.9 ounces, it's pretty much on par with other shoes in this particular category, even a little bit lighter than something like the Puma King 2. The Legend 5 is a little bit lighter than the 11 Pro 3, but not by much. And again, if you're looking for a shoe of this type, you're probably not overly concerned about the weight anyways. With that being said, as a modern take on a classic natural leather shoe, this is significantly lighter than something like an Adidas Copa Mundial. So if you're looking for a kangaroo leather shoe with a more lightweight construction, just a lightweight alternative to the Copa Mundial, then the 11 Pro 3 is definitely what you're looking for. Alright, so here's a look at the 11 Pro 3s on feet. On my left foot I have the stock laces that come with the shoes, and on my right foot I have a pair of reflective black SR4U replacement laces. If you're interested in a pair of replacement laces for yourself, check out the website sr4ulaces.com. It'll be linked down below in the description of this video. So in terms of how these things fit and feel on feet, they're very, very comfortable shoes from right out of the box. In comparison to other kangaroo leather soccer shoes, these definitely do come across as a little bit more structured, and there is more rigidity to the upper, especially from brand new, due to that internal skeleton support frame. But once you break them in, the leather softens up and actually stretches just like it would any other normal leather shoe. It won't overstretch, and it maintains a much more responsive kind of solid feel on your foot due to this form of supporting the upper as opposed to just using plain old stitching. So it really does make for a nice structured feel to what would otherwise be a fairly soft and, I don't want to say flimsy, but just less structured natural leather material. In terms of the width of the shoe, it's going to be suitable for most people. It's got a decent amount of width to it, and considering that it is leather and it will stretch, even if they fit a little bit snug from out of the box, give them some time to break in and they'll stretch in width, especially in the forefoot and toe box area. So like I said, these things will definitely fit most people, even if you do have wider feet. And as far as sizing is concerned, I'm wearing my usual size 9 US here, and the fit and length is absolutely perfect. So if you are looking to order a pair of these for yourself, I would strongly recommend going true to size for the best possible fit. Alright guys, that's it for my review of the Adidas 11 Pro 3. Really good colorway in my opinion. I like the light flash in combination with the dark gray, as well as the black and white you find in the Adidas stripes. And as far as performance is concerned, the 11 Pro 3 really is the pinnacle of modernizing a classic kangaroo leather soccer shoe. It's kangaroo leather in terms of the softness, flexibility, and comfort that it provides, but it has more of a structured sensation and also isn't nearly as bulky or overly padded, which I think is the main complaint for a lot of people when it comes to more traditional leather soccer shoes. So if you're looking for something that has traditional comfort but not necessarily traditional feel, the 11 Pro 3 is definitely a shoe that you should consider. Again, if you guys want more detailed information as far as how these things fit, feel, and perform, check out the full written review on my website. It'll be the very first link down below in the description. On that review page, along with the written review, you'll find the high quality images of this shoe that I actually took myself that'll give you a better idea as to some of the close-up details that you might not see in the online stock photos. And you'll also find buy it now links with the best prices online, including exclusive SR4U coupon codes where you can pick these up below their normal retail price and all of the currently available colorways. So again, if you're interested in a pair, first link down below in the description, go ahead and check it out. If you have any questions regarding the 11 Pro 3 or questions in general, leave them down below in the comment section. I'd be happy to give you guys an answer. Also, your suggestions, leave them down there as well. I'll take a look at everything you guys have to say. If you enjoyed today's video, found it helpful and informative, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all my social media information down below in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, thanks for watching.